who invited his pessimistic friend to go duck hunting with him. They sat in the boat, hidden in the duck blind. In came the ducks. Both men fired, and several ducks fell into the water. The optimist yelled to his dog, "Go get 'em." The dog leaped out of the boat, walked on top of the water, and picked up the birds, one by one. "Well," asked the optimist, "what do you think of that?" Unsmiling, the pessimist answered, "It's too bad he can't swim, isn't it?" Some people are defeated by their attitude before the race is ever started. Others will never be defeated because they believe that they will succeed even before they begin. One of the most important parts of winning is having a winning attitude. A couple of stanzas from a poem called "You Tell on Yourself" express this idea very well. They go like this. You can tell what you are by the things you wear, by the spirit in which your burdens bear, by the kinds of things at which you laugh, by the records you play on your phonograph. You tell what you are by the way you walk, by the things of which you delight to talk, by the manner in which you bear defeat, by so simple a thing as how you eat. You tell on yourself. Success is 99% mental attitude. It calls for many qualities such as optimism, self-confidence, courage, honesty, enthusiasm, and, most of all, patience. You don't have to come in first to win. Take me, for example. I ran for student body president this year. I didn't win, but I did try. Having the courage to try made me a winner in my own eyes, and I was very proud of myself for that. I ran against two of my good friends, and, in a way, I think we all became closer to each other. I may not have won the election, but I strengthened two friendships and proved to myself that I had the courage to try. That made me a very special kind of winner. We can all be winners, regardless of our own particular handicaps, whether they be physical, mental, or economic. If we are to be winners, we must learn to focus on our talents and make the least of our handicaps. So, you see, there are many different ways to win. Coming in first is only a very small part of success. What matters is that you're proud of yourself and what you've done. After you have accomplished that, you will have won an important victory for yourself. As long as you prove to yourself that you can do it, you've taken a very big step to being in first place. Every little lesson you learn leads you forward onto your private goal, to a higher step on the ladder. One very successful man once claimed that he probably had more failures than anyone ever did, yet we don't remember him as a failure. He patented 1,093 inventions in his lifetime, and to do so, one might think that he didn't have too many failures, yet he failed quite frequently. His motto was, "Now we know 1,000 things that won't work, so we are much closer to finding one that will." The man I am speaking of is Thomas Edison. He learned to accept his failures with open eyes, so he could remember what he did wrong and right, and he kept these things in focus so he would do better the next time. Winning is having the courage to meet failure without being defeated. It is refusing to let present loss interfere with your long-range goals. In my opinion, Pogo, the famous cartoon possum, summed it all up in one single sentence. He said, "We have met the enemy, and they is us." That is so true when you stop to think about it. One of the only things keeping us from success and winning is ourselves. We build many barriers in our own paths to success. We are always dissatisfied with ourselves. We doubt our abilities, so we are scared to try, for fear that we will fail and be called a fool. We must not be afraid to try. We must learn to put our fear behind us, believe in ourselves, and we'll see success in the future. We must always do the best we can. If we lose, we must not think of ourselves as losers. We must think, first, of the lessons we've learned, and we'll realize we've actually won. Thank you.